Absolutely shocking developments unfolded on WWE SmackDown as Roman Reigns made an electrifying return to the ring. But what truly sent shockwaves through the WWE universe was who stood beside him. None other than Dean Ambrose. Yes, you read that right. Dean Ambrose has returned, and the two former Shield brothers didn't just make an appearance, they made a statement. Wearing matching YTC, "You Can't Stop Us" shirts, Reigns and Ambrose walked down that ramp together like a force reborn, immediately throwing Paul Heyman's carefully constructed empire into chaos. For months, Seth Rollins, backed by a powerful faction including Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, and guided by the cunning Heyman, had reigned supreme. Their dominance across Raw and SmackDown seemed unstoppable, until now. Roman Reigns just flipped the entire power dynamic on its head by aligning himself once again with the one man who knows Seth Rollins inside and out, Dean Ambrose. The implications are massive. Their reappearance isn't just about nostalgia, it's a war cry, a direct challenge to Rollins' authority, and a declaration that the past can't be buried. As Reigns made his entrance, the arena plunged into darkness, and a chilling remix of the legendary Shield entrance theme echoed through the stadium. The familiar cadence, Sierra, Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, set the crowd into a frenzy. But this wasn't the same Shield from before. This version was darker, more intense, and more determined than ever. Reigns, clad in his black YTC shirt, emerged first, but the eruption hit new levels when Dean Ambrose's theme hit moments later. With that same wild spark in his eyes that fans have missed for years, Ambrose walked out wearing the identical shirt, making it clear this wasn't a one-off moment. This was a statement of purpose. Inside the ring, the atmosphere was electric as they stood face to face, the tension thick. Then Ambrose grabbed the mic and delivered a chilling message directly aimed at Seth Rollins. "You really thought you could erase us, Seth? We're the ones who made you." The arena exploded. And in a moment that gave every fan goosebumps, Reigns and Ambrose reunited with their iconic Shield fist bump, sending a clear signal. This alliance is real, and it's personal. Backstage, Rollins watched it all unfold on a monitor, his face twisted with fury and a tinge of regret. Paul Heyman, in full panic mode, was reportedly shouting at Rollins, desperate to regain control. Meanwhile, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed were visibly rattled, no longer looking like the untouchable enforcers they've been. The return of Ambrose changes the WWE landscape completely. Social media exploded within minutes. Hashtag YTC and hashtag Dean Ambrose are trending worldwide. Fans are already speculating, is this a temporary alliance or the beginning of a long-term resurgence of the Shield legacy, albeit with a darker twist? Will Rollins try to recruit Ambrose back to avoid total collapse? And what does this mean for other major players like CM Punk and Cody Rhodes? The possibilities are endless, and the drama is only just beginning. With SummerSlam on the horizon, the stakes have never been higher. This is no longer just about titles or rivalries. This is about legacy, betrayal, and vengeance. Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose are united again, not as the Shield of old, but as a new, more dangerous force. The battle lines are drawn, and Seth Rollins is right in the crosshairs. So, what happens next? Will Ambrose stay and see this through? Can Rollins rally his faction or even seek redemption? Who else will step into this war? One thing is certain, you won't want to miss a single moment. Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for all the latest updates, because when these former brothers collide, the whole WWE universe will be watching. Absolutely unbelievable events have shaken the very foundation of WWE, and fans around the world are still trying to process what just happened on SmackDown. In one of the most shocking and impactful returns in recent memory, Roman Reigns made his long-awaited and explosive comeback to the blue brand. But what truly sent the WWE Universe into a frenzy wasn't just his return, it was who stood shoulder to shoulder with him. Out of the shadows, in a moment that no one saw coming, Dean Ambrose reappeared by Reigns' side, making his dramatic return to WWE after years of absence. The roar from the crowd could probably be heard from miles away as the two former Shield members stepped out onto the stage, united and determined, both wearing matching black shirts with bold, white letters that read, YTC, "You can't stop us." This wasn't just a nostalgic moment. It was a declaration of war. It was a rebirth. The Shield, in some form, is back, but this isn't the version we once knew. This new alliance is darker, more intense, more dangerous, and completely unpredictable. The sight of Reigns and Ambrose walking side by side sent immediate shockwaves through WWE's locker room and caused instant panic among Paul Heyman's faction. Heyman, who has been the mastermind behind Seth Rollins' current dominance alongside Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, was seen backstage in full crisis mode as the power dynamics shifted before his eyes. For months, Rollins, with his carefully constructed faction, has ruled WWE with ruthless precision. Under Heyman's calculated leadership, they've crushed opponents, manipulated outcomes, and held influence over both brands. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed have served as Rollins' enforcers, and together, they've built a reign of terror that seemed unshakable. But all of that control, all that planning and dominance, crumbled in an instant the moment Roman Reigns returned with Dean Ambrose by his side. The arena fell silent before going completely black. That signature, bone-chilling radio call filled the air. Sierra. Hotel. India. Echo. Lima. Delta. But this time, it wasn't the classic Shield music fans remembered. It was a darker, more haunting remix that perfectly set the stage for what came next. Roman Reigns emerged slowly from the darkness, wearing the new YTC shirt, his eyes fixed on the ring with deadly determination. Seconds later, the familiar screech of Dean Ambrose's entrance music hit, and the building nearly exploded. The crowd erupted into deafening cheers as Ambrose walked out with that unmistakable wild look in his eyes, wearing an identical YTC shirt. The lunatic was back, and he meant business. Inside the ring, Reigns and Ambrose stood face to face, a moment years in the making. The crowd held its breath, unsure of what was going to happen next. Then Ambrose reached for a mic, and with a cold stare directed at the camera, he spoke with razor-sharp precision. "You really thought you could erase us, Seth? We're the ones who made you." That single line sent a chill down every viewer's spine. The audience lost its collective mind as Reigns extended his fist, and Ambrose returned the gesture, reuniting with the iconic Shield fist bump. The message was crystal clear. They're not here to play games. They're here to dismantle everything Rollins has built. Backstage, Seth Rollins was shown watching the scene unfold, his expression a mix of stunned disbelief, suppressed rage, and the kind of regret you only feel when your past catches up to you. Paul Heyman was beside himself, pacing furiously and screaming instructions, desperately trying to contain a threat he never saw coming. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, usually calm and confident, looked genuinely shaken. The fear was real and justified. The implicati